on an actual screen.
It's
maybe
about
late night, not in prime time. There's saucy language after all.
bro. There's a need for
Well, you got the set and all that. That's right. You know what I mean? That's my original idea.
I mean, if you're down to fly out there, we can fly out there.
Yeah, well, that's all. We got to coordinate all that. But it's doable. We can make it happen.
Man, y'all get on the fight tomorrow and shoot this shit. It'll be that easy, bro. Put your fucking logo on the screen. It's a need. The debate's about to happen. Like, I'm doing Black CNN. So I got senators. I got the OSG network, which is 60 principals. I got Dr. Chris, who's on CNN, the head of hospitals. I got therapists. All of that shit. But we got to have our own news.
Right.
Facts.
That's the only way to control the narrative.
Facts.
Whoever controls information got the power. Patterns. It's all about doing it over and over again. That's how you get motherfuckers elected.
Consistency.
Nobody got a network that's owned by a black man 100. Not a fund. This shit out my pocket.
What is your boy Byron Allen?
He raises a lot of money. He's a leverager.
Money.
And he don't pass no plugs. He my nigga, but he don't pass no plugs. We live?
No, not yet.
Oh yeah, he don't pass no plugs. He'll talk to you. He'll talk to a nigga. We talk. If I be like, yo, give me a sales team and let's do some. No. No, he leverages. So he plays the same. He just knows the game. He gets alone. He got funds and shit like that. It's different.
I'm gonna throw you in the weight room, and we're gonna get started. You heard?
Yep.
All right. Greg, you are signing off.
Yeah, I'm on with about. What you just about?
That looks cool. Look at this shit.
All right.
This is what we gotta start doing. I like this better than Zoom.
That's
Cool.
Oh, that's what what's the name was talking about?
And we live.
Live now.
And we live.
That's why I dig it. Wow.
Let's give it 1 minute for the people to get in here.
Matter of fact, let me find it to feed through my phone. Is it streaming to mine too? Nope. Of course not.
Hey, I put your shit in the description though.
Thank you.
Had your shit in the description.
Someday we'll get it together. We'll get it undone.
They like y'all ain't man. Motherfucking right we ain't playing, goddammit. Now get your ass in here, hit that like button, like you know you supposed to. Look at Digger. Look at Digger tonight.
What? Oh, I got.
She got the lashes. She got the hair going up. She can't pull out. What?
I got my good wig on tonight.
She pulled it out for the brother. All right, listen.
Now I had to switch up some camera angles. That last angle had me I'm like no, well we not.
You liking this angle? You got your ring light and all that?
Yeah. Oh wait, you know what? It's actually not. No, it's on. It's like. Hold on.
All right, y'all. Click that like button. We about to bring the man in the room. Our brother. We about to bring him in. I know y'all like, damn. That's right, no echo. I know y'all like, damn, they going hard. Royce. Nice song.
Let me see. Bring back on.
Yeah.
Is that a little more lit up?
Yeah. Got that glow.
Okay. I had to bring it down. Hey.
Alright, listen, y'all. Make sure you hit those likes. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, because we about to get it popping right now. Y'all ready? I don't think this man needs much introduction. Former CEO of Rockefeller Records, Rockaware, multiple businesses. He got Dame Dash Studios right now. Dusko Poppington. Ladies and gentlemen, to the Godcast right about this time. We got our brother Dame Dash.
What's happening? What's happening?
How are you, my brother?
I'm good. I'm good. How y'all doing?
Great.
Good.
All right. I like that introduction. I appreciate that, bro.
Come on, man. Man, I don't know why people don't give you more credit than they should. This man just gave us a mini tour before the show of a whole television studio that this man put together that he owns. Cameras, all kinds of rooms and lights and editing bays and all type of stuff that a black man should be proud of. Yet, you know, you got cats out here, you know, that would dare try to even talk shit about somebody like you. They gotta be out of their goddamn mind.
Well, they're probably
We
miserable.
welcome you here. We celebrate that. We celebrate what you do, bro. That's right. Roll something up. What you rolling up, brother? Shit.
Oh, I smoke OG with a little Fanta.
Okay. So
You know.
strictly OG Kush. That's your thing.
Yeah, OG. You got to burn right with the Fanta, though. I got into the Fanta thing. It's a slippery slope. It's fucked up. But yeah,
Now, are you you like light Fronto or dark Fronto?
right now, Paul's dark. Pretty dark.
Okay. That's what's up. Oh, we have our other host just joined the room right now. Godfrey's in the house. Turn your joint to the side, Godfrey, please. Thank you.
Oh, okay. This is. God damn. How about that?
There you
How about
go.
that? How about that?
Wide to the side.
Yeah.
What's
What
up,
up,
brother?
Dame? What up, Dame?
What's happening, bro?
You the man, dog. You know, you inspired me during the. I was watching you in March during the COVID. You was talking to somebody. You said, "Yo, if you motherfuckers ain't creating during this time, dumb motherfuckers."
Yeah.
And boom. And I love the way you've been protecting the culture. All this shit has come full circle. All this shit you've been saying, has come into fruition.
Yeah, I've been waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad it's happened.
You know what I'm saying? Raw digger. Hi, Raw digger.
Peace, Godfrey.
You look good. Look at Raw digger.
Thank you.
Hello, Jamar.
I thought I look good every week.
No, you do. You look, I mean, you do.
What's up? Peace to the free God. How you be, God?
I'm good, man. You know,
Supposed to say I'm great. God,
LA,
great.
Great. LA traffic, man. Shit.
Oh, see, he's actually out there right now. He's
Yeah.
out. Oh, he's in LA.
Pull
Yeah.
up.
How your studios doing, man, Dave?
It's doing
We
great.
were just talking about that earlier.
Okay.
It's,
Cool.
all my dreams came true this year.
Yes, sir.
You know, sometimes you always have to, not sometimes, you always have to find the light in the dark. That's the purpose of the dark. And
Yeah.
it's crazy where this was a nightmare for most people. It became a dream for me.
How
Yeah.
so?
Well, you know, I'm a general. I've been preparing for a war that hasn't come, and once it did, I was prepared. You know, soldiers wait to be told what to do, and then they freeze up when it actually happens. You know, a lot of people have been quiet during this pandemic because they're not real generals. They talk like generals, but when a real war happens, no matter what war it is, let's see what moves they make. Are they leaders or are they followers? Do they have questions or do they have answers? I had answers. I was prepared. So most people, basically, the way the world is moving now is what I've been preparing for and been telling people that they should be doing, even down to communicating in this way for the last 15 years. So I basically been smoking weed, just waiting, you know? And when the pandemic happened, it just speeded things up because people had to do things from the house. But I had already been social distancing for years. I didn't find being next to people necessary once there was an internet. And because I'm always looking for freedom, I saw the opportunities as soon as it presented itself and started preparing for that. So, you know, I've learned how to make content on my own where most people don't. Most people have to rent, but I own it, so I don't have to wait, and I have the space. I already have the distribution, and I've already mastered making content quick, fast, and inexpensive, and quality. I really don't think nobody could fuck with me in directing as a creator. So I've learned how to run the cash register to the store before I even passed it to somebody to work for me. I know how to do everything myself. I'm a producer. I'm a director. I know like right just now, I just broke down for the next movie every single person, job, what they get paid, how long shit should take. I'm already, I know this shit. So again, when this war happened, I had the bullets. It was like everybody got big guns, but they ain't had no bullets. So I said, you could have tanks, you could have motherfucking lasers, you could have all that shit. But I could come take all of y'all with a 22 right now, because y'all don't have bullets. And that's what I did. So if everybody's sitting around worried about the new world instead of preparing for the new world, if you still doing things an old way, knowing that the world is different, then that's dumb. You know? And I'm not going to say that the music industry is dumb, but I like a lot of people when I'm like, yo, y'all still thinking about putting out albums and music videos, but you can't talk. You know? And so that's the only way you're really making any real bread. I mean, streaming is cool, but 70% of your income is gone. And that's also where you sold your merch. So it makes sense to make content, something that gives you residual income. So you could get money while you're sitting by the pool. You know? So when the first week of COVID, when everybody was worried, I was catching checks for some shit I did 20 years ago.
Let me ask you a question, Dame. Are you getting a lot of calls now like, yo, what you said about working and ownership, you was right. Like how many, yo, you was right, yo, you called it, calls are you getting nowadays?
You see, the funny thing is, people don't think I get my roses, and I appreciate what you're saying because publicly, but in my face, in what I see, I do get it. From the day that I said the Breakfast Club shit in my face, people were like, yeah. Even people that had jobs and that were like, I'm a boss. It felt like being a boss, but even if they weren't, even if they didn't agree with me publicly, like some Trump supporters. There's a lot of people that are supporters, but they just can't do it publicly. Because I talk general talk. I talk boss talk. A soldier's not going to hear me. I talk master talk. A slave's not going to understand that. That's going to scare a slave. And what I learned young is not to be frustrated because someone's not as evolved as I am, that's controlled by fear that's been implemented to control you. You want to be soft, be soft. I'm all right with it. But at the end of the day, what I'm not going to do is fight my own culture unless you're hurting my culture too much. I'm a bomb on them. And what I've been practicing is calling out white people's names by name for years. Because the narrative should be that they're not the plug. We don't need them to give them our culture to sell it back to ourselves, and they should be humble and tread lightly around us as opposed to being so entitled.
Fuck yeah. Fuck facts.
And I practiced this practice for decades. For decades. This is nothing new for me.
Let me ask you, we're going to get to that particular point about culture vultures, which you wrote a whole
like your man Vlad, I checked him years ago. That's why he's butthurt. Because I went to his rented house in Calabasas. He had a black girlfriend, and he thought he was rolling. And he went to my house in Malibu, sat in my theater, and I was like, bro, this is rolling. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in front of Kenyatta, ask Kenyatta. And I told him about himself.
Kenyatta, shout out to Kenyatta.
And here's the story. This is what happened. So Jay had done some stupid shit. I don't know what it was, but he called me to do an interview with me to make a comment on it. I'm like, I'm not doing no fucking interview about Jay-Z. What's wrong with you? So then I was having a conversation with hip hop motivator Kenyatta, and it came up, and I answered the question. And this nigga called me on a Sunday, as if I worked for him, and was like, yo, you spoke about this, you wouldn't give me an interview. I'm like, bro, I'm with my daughter right now. It is what it is. I'll see you when I see you. This nigga called Kenyatta under a bed scared, like, yo, he's going to do something to me, and this, that, and the third, and I'm telling Complex and every other Jewish guy I know. And I just was like, yo, fuck you, man. You know what I mean? And that's what that is. And he's butthurt. Because he wants to be me and he can't. And he's not accepted in his own culture, so he exploits ours. And he gets other people that exploit ours, like Adam 22. And he gets people to talk about us. And even as men and people should not be talking about other people. I don't advise all that.
Yeah.
But to be in another culture where you're not accepted in your own, to come in ours and try to, capitalize off dysfunction, push people to talk about things that men shouldn't be talking about and try to profit from it. See, the thing I didn't like about Vlad always was this is his business model. He takes something that has a lot of traffic and then he puts it next to his shit. And then I would ask him, but do the people that are in your shit get any money? And he says no. They get promotion. And I was like, I'm not checking for that. And that's it. Every time he shows an artist from any culture, but he's always doing it with another culture or with only our culture, he gets money and no one else does. And he literally calls to talk about gossip, which is a distraction, and then publicly admitted that he puts a list together that him and his friends say, don't talk to that guy, which is called torturous interference, by the way. So if he was about some real money, I would just fucking sue him, but he ain't about his chump change, so he doesn't matter. But, it's on us as a culture to say fuck you when you're in front of them. Not to say, yo, I need my promotion, and to trigger or get like clickbait by saying dumb shit. To get clickbait by saying, don't ask me no shit like that. Fuck you. That's what you're supposed to say.
Yeah. Fact. Yeah. I mean, and the way he tried to sit down with that Adam 22 and like try to use his influence as if he could blackball you out the motherfucker.
Blackball me from what though? From being a slave? I am blackballed from being a slave.
Right. Right.
I'm blackballed from being a soldier.
Let me ask you something. You talk about.
I'm not accepted in the slave race or the soldier race. I'm only accepted by bosses and generals, which is the only only circle I want to be in.
Where does that come from? Where does that mind state come from in Dame Dash? When was that instilled? When you was somebody had to tell you, fuck that. Don't be a fucking slave. Be a boss. Be a general. Don't be a worker. Be the employer. Where did that come from in your life?
A lot of it came from my mother's spirit, who died when I was very young, and the rest came from selling drugs. So I came from a wild block. I'm from 142nd and Lenox. I grew up with the lynch mob. So if I could get money on the block with killers, then some soft ass niggas, and I could flip, like literally make enough money to have more money than my teachers, my parents, and anyone that's trying to give me advice that's older than me. Like, you gotta remember, like, I got kicked out of school for parking in my principal's spot. Twice. I got kicked out of school twice for that. At 16. Because I'm like, my car better than yours. I'm dressed better than you. I got more money than you. Why should I listen to you?
I might as well have the best spot in this bitch.
Well, I just felt like this taxpayers' money. It was my money.
Why don't you just paint my name on there, on that motherfucking spot?
I got kicked out of West Side High for that. The principal name was Frankie, and I got kicked out of Manhattan Center for that. They won't kick you out for pulling out a gun, but they'll kick you out for being clear.
Word.
Because the education that they were teaching, which is the reason why, I talked to the OSG network, I'm part of it, 60 black principals, 90 rather, and I'm developing new curriculum because they're not teaching us how to pay taxes, they're not teaching us how to farm, they're not teaching us how to be entrepreneurs,
Right.
They're not teaching us how to lobby,
Right.
they're not teaching us anything about how food, they're teaching us the wrong history, they're teaching us shit that distracts us and that doesn't help us for day to day. I know I went. They put us in a place that looks like court and sit in the fucking room for 8 hours a day while the sun is out and we're separated from our parents and we only see them when we're tired.
Speak on it.
So that seems to be a strategic plan to me. And I never bought into that dumb shit. And when I was in school, I was taught that a black man could never be president. That I was a fucking slave. That I was number two. This is what I was taught. That was the mentality that I wasn't checking for. From like 6 years old, like, nah, why? Because I'm black? The fuck out of here. I'm stronger than you, I dance better than you, and all the girls like me. I'm funnier than you, I'm more athletic than you. How the fuck can you be better than me? And I'll fuck you up real quick unless you trained in Tabo. That's it. But if you ain't trained, you getting fucked up.
Let me ask you, Dave. Is there anything in life that it's that you feel like you may possibly regret? Like, damn, I shouldn't have did that, or damn, I shouldn't have said that. Any one thing.
The only thing I regret is not making Aaliyah not get on that plane. Because she said she ain't like the plane, and I was like, don't get on it, but I should have been an asshole that day. But that's it. And I told her, don't listen to hype and go and do that fucking video. So I should have been a real dickhead that day. But that's the only thing. Other than that, where my life is today, if anything I went through got me here, where my children are protected and I'm here today, if those are the lessons that made me get to be this person, I'm not changing a fucking thing. I've had fun every second. See, here's the thing. You read about everybody that's rich, but I'm the richest. I'm the most wealthiest because no one laughs more than me. No one has more fun than me. Period. No one is free. That's priceless.
I can actually testify to that. You know why? Because I'm sure you remember back in the days, 560 State Street. Right? Okay. Now, I lived there on some,
Damn, I remember that shit.
Okay, I had my girl, and my son was a baby at that time. He's 27 now. Would you believe that? Anyway, yeah. So Jay lived there, and I remember seeing y'all just coming through multiple times with broads, just laughing on just as you walking through the car yard, just laughing,
You heard my laugh. It was only my laugh.
Oh no, I know it was you.
It was me cackling. I was laughing at people too. Trust me.
These dudes were just coming through, just laughing, just having a great time, and y'all just look like. And
you don't hear that over there no more, do you?
I saw from a distance. Nah, I ain't over there no more.
But I'm just saying, if you hear it, the laughter is not there no more. When I left, the fun left. If it wasn't for the young guys, it would be fucked up, bro. And I'm not saying the young guys now, but the guys like back when I started opening up art galleries because culture got corny. See, I'm a single father. I raised my son and all my nephews. And when they started thinking we were corny, I started thinking our generation started getting a little corny. And I started talking to the future and shit. That's why I opened up art galleries and everything to refine the culture. And that's when guys like Smoke DZA and Wiz Khalifa. The only person that I could talk to really was like Mos Def. You know what I mean? He was about that life.
He was somebody who was like an artist. What's his name?
It just was about that life. He was in it, and Jay Electronica, all them. And I just was kicking it with him because the kids were looking for freedom, and they were looking for unity. It was the first time I had seen different states kicking it with each other. We always had beef with each other. These guys, it was like corny to be beefing, and they thought that everything was whack world. I loved the currency. We were having so much fun. It was like a new mentality. So I started to invest more in the future and living in the internet because I knew that's where the future was, and that's, I think, why this younger generation they get it. They're not having it.
Yo, Dave, are you teaching a master class? You need to do a master class, bro. You need to do a master class.
Well, I do Poppington University every now and again, but the network is focused, One of the things that also bother me about the world and the obvious, strategic, systemic racism is the fact that we call God Jesus, a European interpretation of the name. And that never felt right to me. I always got an onk. It just didn't feel right. So I started kicking it with this Bishop Purnell through Do It All. And they start to really articulate exactly, number one, in Scripture, his name is Yahshua. Nothing in the Bible took place in Europe. So why do we have a European interpretation of the name?
The letter J didn't even exist back then.
Right, and we spoke about this. So a black person born thinking that God is white automatically makes you think you're number two, and that gives you trauma. So now you have unrecognized trauma because you think you're lesser than who you are. So we need therapy from the day we're born when we see blue eyes and blonde hair because it's a lie. And then think about who gave us the religion, the same people that enslaved us. Why would you think our oppressor would give us something to help us? Wouldn't the biggest trick in the world would be to call the plug by the wrong name? So my name is Pablo and you call me Peebo, you'd be like, yo, call him Peebo. And you're never going to get the real fucking plug. So if your name Yahshua and they tell you to call him Jesus, you're pissing him off every day, or her.
Now your prayers are not being received.
Not 100.
You're sending them to the wrong.
But I'm not mad at the oppressor for being strategic. I'm mad at me for being oppressed.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
How do you? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I think that was you're gonna say something wrong. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask him how does he feel about like current day politics and everything that's going on with the elections.
I love it. It's very entertaining. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck who the president is. I'm gonna get money. But it doesn't matter to me. I don't depend on government.
Self-preservation.
I don't depend. Well, not even self-preservation. What I think is what Trump has done is triggered all the things that needed to be dealt with. And it made it where we didn't deal with it, we pussy.
Talk about it.
So Trump, again, I find the light in the dark. If it wasn't for Trump, there would be no Me Too. Harvey Weinstein would not be in jail. You know, the number one, what do you call that? Terrorist would not be considered white supremacists. These statues would still be up. The conversation wouldn't even be stimulated. You know? So I just think that he stimulated change and the block needed to be taken over and nobody was doing nothing. So they made it where, we getting punked. And this generation's not having it. But he made it obvious. I don't think if it was for him, there would be a black vice president who could potentially be the president. A black woman president. See, she might have done some little bullshit things, and they're not bullshit, but she has the chance to fix those things. But really, for a black young little girl, to see that she could be the president or vice president, it means a lot. But
yeah,
and then karmically, like, I don't wish COVID on nobody, but this dude was so stupid about COVID to catch it and to give it to everybody. And I'd be scared if I was him, because when the Simpsons put you in a coffin, you might end up in there, because they be right a lot.
Word.
This nigga left already, he running around, it's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. And also, you got to think about this. The last time we've seen, because when you're the president, you're the leader of the number one country in the world. No one even pays attention to him. How good did he make Obama look as a black man? The last time we had a president, he was black.
Yeah.
It's either this is what black looks like, and this is what white supremacy looks like. He's making us look good. You notice anybody that likes Trump can't dress, don't like music? If you don't love culture, seriously. If Trump could dance, if Trump could dress, then I'd be concerned. But it's obvious he doesn't appreciate culture. He has none. How much you think Trump laughs? He don't even laugh at his own jokes.
It's actually disturbing how many black supporters Trump have. Like, there are people that
they're slaves. That's a slave. Just slave. Let him support him. Also, it lets you know who the fuck is in the wrong place. You're not invited to my party. And also, we have to understand that if homie gets off being the president, he's going straight to jail. They already said you can't do nothing to an acting president. Homie said, do your job, bro. He said, Congress, do your job. His whole crew is in jail.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like his whole front line, 8 of his people got locked up. How's he winning?
Word.
So he could gas y'all. He ain't gassing me. I couldn't be happy if I was him. He can't be enjoying this. And that last debate, he got cooked. Cooked.
Yeah, he was that.
Biden held his own, baby.
No, he cooked him. He cooked him.
Sourpuss in that one.
He cooked him.
Yeah.
That was funny to me. That's what I'm saying. To watch him be dismantled, 4 years of hearing his rhetoric, he doesn't know how to pass a law. All he can do is an executive order. So basically, we about to get Congress, Senate. He gave us everything. And this nigga looks, and the fact that he kneels to Putin, that's the most un-American thing that you could do. But you know, if you broke and you white, you living vicariously through Trump. Because he don't even got it. You saw his tax returns. I knew that. He's leveraged. He ain't even got it. Kanye
$750.
I mean, I get that. I understand it. He just hasn't made no profit. But he's leveraged. So he went and got loans from Russians and people that got dirty money, pays high percentage rates, never shows a profit, but pays himself a salary, but doesn't have to pay any taxes because he's always in the red. And then bankrupts the company and walks away scot-free. I know that game. See, everyone else is gaffled, bro. I laugh at the world. I don't expect so much from the world. But it don't mean I'm going to live fucked up, but I do my part. So karmically, I'm all right. And also, Lord Jamal, I want to give you props, bro, because you have been talking that talk, and you be grumpy, and you should be grumpy, right? I'm going to tell you, because they tried to make you fit in the world that you're a general, bro. You're not having that shit. But I'm going to tell you this. If I'm on anybody that was thinking like that before it was popular, I'm fucking with it. That's why you see, I don't do that to everybody. I'm like, yo, man, come on. And you was good in that, you was in that HBO joint, right?
The night up.
Yeah, I was like, you can act. You can act.
I've been in Oz. I've been in a whole bunch.
Nah, but you can act. You can act.
Bro. Yeah.
So take that shit, put that shit on turbo.
Yeah, but it's like, you see a motherfucker like me, like, I ain't one of these motherfuckers that's gonna run out here and take one of these fucking roles where a motherfucker gotta do some things.
What I'm saying is you don't have to, bro.
But now, yeah.
You got the cameras. Do what you want to do.
You in the world, I don't have. You know what I mean? Other than that,
Well,
they ain't got. You know, the roles are few in between.
What I'm saying
They
is,
called me for the wire, bro.
yo, fuck the past, bro.
Just had JD Williams on here.
Fuck the past.
They called me.
The
They
future
called me
is.
for the wire. I turned down Omar, bro. Like I didn't even go for the audition for that.
Yeah. Oh boy,
I didn't even go. I said I'm not doing this.
that's a rough one there.
Yo,
You
can
out
I?
of mind. I ain't kissing no man on camera.
Yo, the brand Nubians is cool.
Oh yeah, we good.
Can I do a project with y'all, like a live thing of all the brand Nubians?
Oh, that'd be enough.
Yeah.
That'd be
Oh, that'd be fun.
Cause let's talk about Grand Poobah for a second.
Let's talk about it.
There was a
Legend.
I'm gonna just tell you, there was a second, and it was a good long second that he was the freshest nigga on the planet.
Right. He was like Jay-Z.
No, he was
before-
beyond. Different kind of swag.
Yeah.
Different kind of swag.
But you know what I'm saying? Like he
The
was
influence.
That
He was that guy.
ever. Right.
He was that guy. Those days, the brand Nubian shit was the fly shit. That was in the car, cause y'all did the tough shit, but it wasn't tough. Y'all did it without the tough shit. That shit was ill how y'all did that shit. That shit was fly. So you're a legend, Rod Digger. How funny is it how strong Busta Rhymes is right now? He's mad strong right now, right? This nigga's mad diesel. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga's on some other shit, right? But it's
He inclined in 250 pounds.
bro, he look like a wrestler right now. I want to put him in the. I think we need to do like a movie, like us as like, cause we vintage now. I ain't gonna say old, but we should be, cause we all superheroes. And Busta Rhymes could definitely be the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Like that type shit. You know what I mean? But the thing is, what you have to believe, because I look at it like this. Really, everything we went through was to get here. The world's prime and right for us right now. This is our moment. You know, the run has just begun. So, bottom line is, y'all held. So now it's like, before they looked like they was winning, they wasn't. Now it's time. Let's make the movies. Let's bring all that shit. Let's be rock stars. You feel me? We rock stars. And not dependent on shows. We ain't got to be in front of nobody. I don't like smelling anybody's breath or armpits.
That's funny.
That shit is true.
So listen, we talk about health a lot on this show, and I know you're often on IG. I see you talking about, diabetes and your, your different, insulin and your different medications and stuff. You want to share a little bit?
Well, I'm type 1 diabetic since I'm 15.
On that a little bit.
I'm type 1 diabetic since I'm 15. So just logically, I do as much research as possible to keep myself healthy. I'm 50. I'm 49, but I call myself 50 since I was 45. But in the research, meat is fucking disgusting. It's the #1 cause of heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. And I hate to see my really smart OG homeboys that did everything that you hear about, never went to jail, and then died from a fucking cheeseburger. I hate that shit. And I know I don't eat meat. My girl's pregnant, so she's been eating cheese. We've been eating cheese, so I'm vegetarian right now. But the bottom line is, when I was younger, I thought being 50 meant that I would feel cooked. I'd be old. But right now, I'm feeling young. I like being crispy. I still like being the freshest nigga in the world. I like all the girls to like me. And it don't matter how much money you have. If you wheezing, if you're not healthy, you're fucking broke. Right now, Donald Trump is broke, man. That nigga ain't got no oxygen. Health is the real wealth. So, my girl makes sure that I eat right. So she has a cooking show, about being healthy and how you could do it. And the thing I don't understand really is like how niggas be fronting, they get designer clothes, foreign cars, and they eat cheap food like churches. The same food the dope fiend eat. You should have designer food.
Right. The same thing dope fiends. That's real.
You can't go into Popeyes and not see a dope fiend, bro. There's always a dope fiend online. Always. Somebody with a swollen
sweater with Popeye's grease on it.
And a nigga jumping out of BM going in there. That don't make no sense.
Come on, bro.
So, you gotta eat designer food.
You're supposed to at least have that chicken satay with the peanut sauce stains on your shit from Philippe or something.
Have a chef.
What's wrong with you, man?
And you know what's funny is having a chef is way cheaper than going to a restaurant.
You know what I'm saying? Have a chef.
Way cheaper.
Hey, Blue Apron, you can get healthy meals sent to you now for cheaper than food shopping.
So you would think
I was doing that back in State Street days. I was getting
absolutely,
shit
absolutely.
Urban Organic. That was the name of the
Wait,
shit.
Dave, are you into alternative stuff, healing and stuff like that?
I'm into being healthy, but like if somebody tells me they can cure diabetes with tea and call Dr. Zebby about it, I'm gonna say name one fucking type 1 diabetic that's been cured. I need to talk to that person, but it doesn't exist.
Well, I got somebody for you.
Nobody can cure type 1. But that's another thing. All right, I get it, but the lifestyle that comes
I was just hearing about this guy. Brother Rama was telling me about, I think, who you're about to talk about.
I got somebody for you, but I can give you the information.
Do me a favor.
Mark can give you the info.
Go to Dame Dash Studios. Go to the Dash Diabetes Network. And look at the conversation. And completely no disrespect to Dr. Africa, RIP to him. He transitioned this year. But there is a conversation with a clinical doctor and Dr. Africa. The thing about being type 1 is your pancreas doesn't produce any insulin. Type 2, that shit could work. So no matter what, you have to put insulin in your body, no matter what, and if a carb goes in your body. So what they do is, they'll say you could have carbless fucking diet, which sucks. It's not like living, it's like drinking dirt. Or, and either way you have to take a shot. It doesn't exist. Or you can eat and just cover it and just stay in shape. So, I'm always open to new things. I'm not closed-minded, but I've walked down that path a lot as it relates to type 1 diabetes. But nobody's cured type 1. And again, it's easy for someone that's not diabetic, but it's like find someone that had COVID besides Donald Trump that says COVID is a fake. Everyone that says it that's never got it.
Right.
But yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Okay, so I mean, how do you feel about like
health is everything
of it? Like, what are people that what are some of the signs that how would somebody even know that they might be getting diabetes or some shit?
If you start pissing a lot, lose your appetite and get dehydrated, check your blood.
Okay.
Check your blood. See,
you hear that, y'all?
Yeah.
You start pissing a lot, get dehydrated. You feel fatigue? Just fatigue come with it?
Yeah, very fatigued. See,
What if-
I got diabetes when I was 15, 16, 15, I think. And this is right around the time, you know, and again, no disrespect. I'm not
Is that
making...
unusual to get it that young?
Kinda. But type 1, it is what it is. So,
Okay.
you know, this is around the time, and again, no disrespect, not making light of it, that Magic had caught, you know, the egg.
Right.
So I thought that's what I had. So for like a month, I'm not going to the hospital.
Scared as a mother. You scared to...
A nigga lost 40 pounds.
Whoa.
I'm fucking weak. So when I finally did go to the doctor, and the doctor told me it was just diabetes, all I had to do was take a shot. I partied. I promise you, bro. I've been partying since then. And everything that I've done great while I was diabetic. From hustling to anything, music, fashion, movies, anything. So diabetes is not an excuse not to be great. It's actually an excuse to be great because it could be way worse. It could be way worse.
Is that when the famous Dame Dash dance was boom?
Probably. Once he did that, yes. I was like, all I gotta do is take a shot, and I'll be all right. I ain't gotta feel this way. Give me it. Give me the shot.
Yo, it's like the illness when you're waiting for like some test results from a doctor, or when a doctor leave that message like, we need you to come in as soon as possible, but they don't tell you the results over the phone. I had a situation like that.
I wouldn't even came in. I'd be like, tell me now. Tell me now I'm not coming in.
Look, they wouldn't tell me the results over the phone, but I was like, okay, just answer me two things. Is it AIDS? Is it cancer? I bet. I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, anything else, I could survive, but those two are...
The nigga could live.
Everything else, I could pop a pill and be on my way.
Absolutely. To me, if you ain't going to jail or you dying, you good. You can
That's
fix
right.
anything else. I don't want to hear about nothing. I don't have so much compassion for you if you crying over some shit you can fix or some fucking emotion. But unless you dying or in jail, I really don't want to hear it.
Would you ever want to, like really get into the music game again? Like if you found an artist that was super dope, you know what I mean? Where you just felt like, yo, no? Man, you should get
That's
it.
like saying, yo, listen. That's like asking Pablo Escobar if he wants to pitch nickels.
Wait, hang on, you breaking up. I want to hear this answer. Go ahead.
That's like asking Pablo Escobar if he wants to pitch nickels. It's not enough money in it for me to get a piece of somebody else's little bullshit. Too much work. And have to deal with somebody's fucking, the things. Most artists are, a little bit, not stable. That's why they're artists. They communicate through their art. So it's almost like the more fucking dysfunctional that they are, the better their music is. I ain't got time to do that shit. Especially if it's a dude.
Word.
Like I'm talking, I'm Billy Pablo III, aka the Billy Goat. Anyone that comes around me, you usually read about in Forbes with a B next to his name. I ain't got time for dilly dally. You know what I mean? I'm about weight.
I could dig it.
I'm not about, nickels. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Where I feel that wholeheartedly. People always ask, like, why you don't sign artists, or why, like the OGs? Why don't more OGs put younger artists on? It's like, it's not that we don't want to put them on, but like, who wants to deal with that? And people don't be getting that.
Having an artist is really if you want to get on. That's it. Like having an artist just opens the door to other things. But that's not your primary source of income. It's more like marketing for yourself. So when I see people managing, I'm like, damn, they trying to get on. That's pitching nickels to me. But no disrespect to managers. But for me, for the things I'm doing, I did that shit when I was fucking 19.
Yeah, you did.
Let me ask you, where'd the name Dusko Poppington come? Because the first time I heard it, I loved it. It just
I was looking for Dave Dan's account.
It sounds like a rich,
Gangster.
like
A rich retired gangster.
like a snobby rich motherfucker, but like from Harlem.
That's exactly what it is.
That's like some Harlem shit. You know what I mean?
So this is what happened.
Dusko is very funny to me too. Dusko popping.
So everybody
What
should.
the hell?
Everybody Google Dusko Popoff. He was the spy that inspired James. That was made James Bond, but it's about a true guy, Dusko Popoff. So, you know, I wake up early because I have so much fun. My life is better than my dreams. So I be up like 7 in the morning every day, like, what we doing today? And everybody sleep. So I was watching this doc, and it was about Dusko Popoff. And he had all the girls. He was the spy. He tried to tell J. Edgar Hoover about Pearl Harbor, but because he had 2 women with him, he had him ran out of Miami. That's me. So that was my nickname for a second, Dusko Popoff. And what's funny is, you know, it was this like a Chinese kid named Dave Chang that just these kids were obsessed with Dipset, but I didn't really realize it. The Harlem thing. It's HUD, God bless the dead again. And I had this conversation with Cam when I finally realized, like, yo, HUD used to say Poppington? He was like, yeah, niggas was saying shit, but I didn't want to fucking even tell you. But yeah, that was like HUD's thing right there. You know? And I was like, word, damn. But really it came from some kid from Lower East Side. Like, yo, I like Dusko, but call it Poppington. But all props to HUD. But I didn't know at the time. But it's really a Harlem thing, bro. You know?
Exactly. Because the ing tin, you could put the ing tin on the end of like a lot of shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's Freshington. Like,
Basically.
That's the Harlem shit, right?
All day, every.
I see you fuck with the dogs. I'm a dog guy myself.
Yeah.
What kind of dogs you got?
I got French Bulldog. Governor, come here. Gov, bring him over here. I got 3 French Bulldogs, and I got 1 lab, and the lab's name is Dusko. He's he's OG. And
Is
then
he like a mascot or something like that?
yeah, he's the one. He's the face of the brand. But I got Dusko. He runs with me. He goes with me everywhere.
Yeah.
He's a bodybuilder though. This nigga's strong. He's different.
Famous the crazy eyes.
This is Gov. Gov is different.
Dove.
Yeah, he's a bodybuilder. But he goes with me everywhere. He's my emotional support. He's a service dog. So I could bring him. I brought him in the court with me and they couldn't say shit. You know?
Nice.
I lost that case.
I heard that.
Yeah, they didn't like that.
Yeah, I had to send my boys upstairs. I got a 106-pound bully pit.
Oh, shit.
And if he was down here right now, he would be snoring like a grown man. Like noise in the background.
Yeah, I seen that dog. That dog is big as shit.
No, we got a few episodes of him just snoring his ass off. We talking like, so here on the United
Yeah, a lot of our audience, they know what that snore's like, but I said, nah, we got Dame Dash tonight. Ain't no snoring tonight. And I also got a Boston Terrier, which is kind of similar to a Frenchie, but just small.
I know exactly what you got. I got it. Yeah, dogs are
I
important.
got a brown one. They're usually black and white. I got a brown and white one.
Yeah, you can't be mad when you got little puppies around and shit, and you know, beautiful things that inspire
Yeah,
you.
man. Well, you gotta master your energy. You know what I mean? If you watch that Cesar Milan shit, you know what I mean? That shit works for real. If you really know how to be that a pack leader. See, that goes back to what you were saying about being a general and being a, you know what I mean, a captain and a leader. That's a certain energy. That's a certain mindset. And if you have that, that vibration goes out to the world. People feel that shit coming off you.
It's the
Well,
only.
you
It's
feel
the only vibration.
Oh, do you
Say
feel
what?
like people around you that want to you feel like you intimidate people? They want to ask you a question, maybe they have a suggestion for you. Do you feel like you don't, they're afraid, they tiptoe around you?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Unless you're doing what I've done and been successful at it, I don't really want to hear it. But, the people around me, like I keep young people around me and different kinds of people around me so that they could tell me about the things that I'm not seeing personally. I'm in a bubble. I've been in a bubble for years. So the people that are around me that are like-minded, if I respect you, if you've done something that can teach me something I haven't done, if you've done it better than me, yeah, you don't feel insecure. But if you ask me some dumb shit, I would prefer you be insecure because dumb shit hurts my fucking brain.
So I guess it'll be trial and error with you though. Somebody might ask you questions.
Like, Ali, he's a drummer in my band. He asks me 100 dumb questions all day, but he's so good at what he does. I call him the questionnaire. But
The questionnaire.
he can't get over the fucking past. It's like he asks me questions about shit I don't remember. I didn't give a fuck about that then, and I don't give a fuck about that now. But I can tolerate certain dumb shit, but you better be really good at something to ask me something silly.
I think you are most famous for screaming on the whole fucking Def Jam staff, Kevin Lyles, and
I saw that. They
crew.
just showed that.
Shout out to Kev. But shit, you went in there and didn't give a flying fuck.
Still don't.
Right, but people love, certain people really love that understood how you was going hard for, like, your artist and your fucking companies, like.
That's right.
Like that's the story. Like we'll build some shit up, we'll make it stronger. Now here come these motherfuckers, in cahoots behind our back, trying to divide and conquer. You know what I mean? Or trying to usurp the power. You see what I'm saying? They try to usurp the power after you done fought all the battles and shit. Now they want to come in and just take the spoils. See what I'm saying? And you was like, fuck that. Y'all motherfuckers is out of your fucking mind. Nobody make, you know what I mean? That was just such a classic moment, and I think,
Fuck it.
like,
Cheers.
that's truth to power.
Thank
A
you.
lot of people would be scared. Nah, I don't want to look like I'm one of those type of niggas. Nah, fuck that. Just like you said, you gotta be grumpy sometimes. You know what I mean? Nah, I totally understand.
Well, my take on that was, and even back then, number one, I was very aware that none of those people that were acting like bosses, I knew they weren't. I knew it wasn't their money. And I'm a boss. I know I'm a boss. And I knew that being around these low-level people was temporary. So then at that point, it became entertainment for me. So the chump change that they were trying to rob me for was funny to me. I made that movie Death of a Dynasty because I really found it amusing that they were stuck in this level thinking that this was the top of the fucking ceiling. And to me, this was just the first step. So at that point, they became play toys. Funny people that I wanted to just expose. There was nothing at stake for me. There's nothing to lose because they are losers to me. See, in their world, they judge their success by what people think. I judge my success for what's in my pocket. I don't give a fuck what people think. And I'm in a room full of people that only care about what people think because they have nothing. They're there to get paid to do nothing, to help rob a culture. So when someone disrespects me or my family, which I consider my culture, I lose all respect for them. I lost all respect for everyone in that music industry because they were all looking the other way. They all knew they was wrong, but they did what they had to do for monetary, small paper. So that's why I embarrassed them, and they became my entertainment.
me ask you, how's Kanye doing?
Great. He's a billionaire.
Do you speak to him
All the
regularly?
time. Regularly.
Yeah, I think sometimes, you know, we see him do certain things and we're not sure, you know, is he...
Really doesn't matter. He's a billionaire. The thing I love about Kanye is he doesn't give a fuck what people think. I taught him that well. All that matters is what's in front of him, and that's that Billy, and it's a couple of Billies. I'm proud of Kanye.
I gotta interject. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish, but I gotta.
I'm proud of Kanye because all that matters is action, not what people say. People choose to listen, but that's on them. But I know when Floyd and that thing happened, he dropped $2 million. Nobody else did. I don't care what the fuck anybody got to say. I just want you to drop the bag.
Now, I agree with you in terms of not caring what people think, but there's still a small part of me that feels like as important and influential as Kanye is, you know, certain ways and actions of him can
What action?
people to do-
What action? When he dropped the bag?
No,
Name
when
one.
he's
Name.
throwing
Let me
on-
tell you.
when
Name
he's
one
throwing
other
on
person.
hats and-
Name one other person with brown skin that even dropped 100,000.
You're right. I
So
agree
then,
with
and
that.
at that point, what the fuck else matters? Who cares what he says? He's that drunk uncle at Thanksgiving that you argue with. Doesn't matter. But he does drop the bag. He stands up when we need him to. And he also took off the red hat. And also he's bipolar. Really. It's not a gimmick.
Okay.
So he is bipolar.
100%. It's not a game.
I believe that.
It's not a belief. I'm telling you.
No, I know because there's people question if
Yeah, but people shouldn't. You know what's funny is. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Everybody that questions what he's doing is broke. They should be questioning themselves and not worrying about that man saying. Why you worried about what that man saying? It don't matter. Go get your shit together. If you ain't got 100,000, don't even worry about what he's saying.
I like what you did with Lee Daniels. While that scene with Diana Ross is on stage, and you called him out. That was fantastic. Oh my God.
Yeah, I wish it didn't come to that, but it is what it is.
Because a guy like him, he seems untouchable. You know, those directors with the little power.
He seems untouchable to
with
who?
Monique, it almost solidified what Monique was talking about. You know.
He seems untouchable to who?
Well, I'm just saying, actors that
I'm
are
not an
at that
actor.
level.
I'm the real deal. I'm not an actor.
Right.
I don't care. I don't even understand what actors think. I don't live by someone else's script. I write my own script and direct it, produce it, pay for it, and distribute it. So that mentality, he's untouchable. Is nothing. That's just nigga owed me some bread and I just needed my money, and it's been too long. And if y'all think somebody's untouchable, y'all bugging.
Right.
Oh, I don't think that. Like, motherfuckers been asking if a nigga has your bread. I've been asking niggas for my bread, and I don't give a fuck who it is. You know what I mean? Like,
he was definitely untouchable, but he wasn't unargumentable, unyell-atable. But I couldn't put my hands on him. No, I couldn't do that.
right, but you approached him.
I just thought it was
that's
funny
legal.
that Diana Ross was singing at the same time.
Yeah, just-
Funny as fuck. Hey,
get cute. I only
I
put it
bet
out.
your files are sick.
Sick. I'll show them to you if you come over here.
We got about 4,600 people in here right now, just to let you know.
Well, that's fly. So imagine when imagine when y'all come in the studio and we really do it.
Come on, man. And that's something we were talking about before. You know, some of y'all got here.
We could have done this. We could have done this in person with cameras and But we could do it again. Like I said,
I was about to say it ain't over.
all I want you to understand is this is the narrative. Other cultures stick together where they don't have to sit in lobbies. They make things easy. That's what we doing.
Facts.
Word.
Well, listen, y'all. I think this has been a great one, man. Well, before we go, tell us any next projects you got coming out, anything you want the people to know about that Dame Dash is working on, because I know you always got your hand in so many things.
Unfortunately, the projects that I'm focusing on right now are top secret. But what I can tell you is that I'm about to shake up the whole fucking world. I mean, I shook it up a little like a rattle, but I'm about to make it rumble. So put your seatbelt on. And for those that are scared of me, put your seatbelt on while you hide from me under your bed. Because you never know when I'm going to knock on your door to collect. But I'm collecting.
Well, let me just say that I believe you wholeheartedly that you will shake up the world. We're rooting for you that you will shake up the world.
Yes,
And,
yes.
Hopefully, we here at the United Being Godcast will be a part of that.
There's no hopefully about it. You're in the steering wheel there. So if you got a couple of tickets and came down here in a hotel, because I'm leaving on next week, y'all can work here as if it's your studio and do whatever you want to do.
Nice.
Word.
Talk to my people.
Because of our brotherhood.
Okay.
Because we're family. And people don't respect brotherhood. People don't respect family. And those that deserve that respect. But y'all deserve that respect. I don't fuck with too many people, but I fuck with y'all.
We definitely fuck with you, brother.
So let's
Appreciate that.
Let's take it to another level. It won't cost none of us no money right now. But we could get money. I just like getting money with motherfuckers. So we can spend it, laugh, have fun. But either way, I'm gonna have fun. But whatever you want to do, bro. Whatever y'all want to do, I'm with y'all.
That's what's up.
I just want to let you know, Dame, my man, he's dealt with that type 1.
Well,
I want to get that information to you so you can talk to him.
when you say dealt with, are you saying that your man cured it?
The fact that he's not a
It's a yes or no.
doctor.
It's a yes or no.
Yeah.
So you're saying that he cured type 1?
Letting you know.
Can you get that person that he cured? That's all I want to talk to.
Okay. I'll when I get off this.
But if you can't, you have to do 1,000 push-ups in an hour. And if you can, I'll do 1,000 push-ups in an hour.
All right.
That's our bet. With a camera on. With a camera on.
Okay.
But when you're doing those push-ups, think about the fact that you're co-signing somebody else and you're doing push-ups for that person. Don't do push-ups for somebody. But now that we've made this bet, I can guarantee you that you're going to be sweating when you think about what I'm saying.
Hey, well, he got the goddamn tank top like he ready for them push-ups. So.
That's why I gave it to him. He wanted to do push-ups.
Yeah, he got the tank top like he ready, so we'll see.
He thinks he's Floyd. He better be.
Well, I actually had a brother that was telling me about this brother.
He ain't cured type 1.
On him. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
It's possible. But listen, Dane, we're gonna definitely talk more. And yo, this has been great for black media, for this channel, for staying on code, for solidarity and all of that type of shit, and saying fuck these culture vultures and all that. We don't need these Adam 22s and these DJ Vlads and all that type of motherfuckers.
And Leor Cohen's. And
Cohen's.
I'm trying to think who that hasn't gotten what they deserve yet. Let me think. Oh, E1, Tara Long. These are all white people I'm calling out. Yeah, Tara Long. See, Tops and Downs in fashion, E1 and Tara Long in television. You know, because in television, this is how it goes. You know, you're a production company, you sell an idea to a network, they pay you, they give you a budget, and then you make it, but you're on a salary. But when a black person has an idea for like a We Channel or a VH1 or even a BET, they will only take a black person's story if it goes through a white production company like E1 and it's a Tara Long. And that has to change, because then the narrative is they get us drunk, they capitalize off of our trauma, and they make money. They won't jump in front of a camera, and we don't benefit or profit. They tell us you'll make money from walking through a strip club. That has to change. So again, besides Kanye, who's with me, who the fuck else calls out the other culture? We're so quick to beef with each other, but why we ain't getting at the ones that are oppressing us? Why?
Big facts. Big.
I call names out.
No, that's what we do.
Y'all doing it.
That's
But why you think I fuck with y'all?
Getting us together.
Why you think? A bottom line is, when we as individuals fight these wars on our own, we're strong enough to do it with no support. But what I want you to know is you got support. I'm with y'all. And y'all with me. So we're bigger than them. We got more than them.
And we don't need
Not
them.
scared
They
of
need
them.
us.
We got the content, we got the talent.
But be clear, we're not scared of them. We're doing everything legal. No fear.
Right.
Fuck them.
That's right.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Man, this has been big. Once again, thank you for coming through.
I'm getting so many texts like, ask him this, ask him that. I'm like, nope, it's over.
Yo, what date we doing the Brand Nubians project? I don't need to know that.
I'm gonna talk to the brothers.
Now, I'm dead ass about that. That would be therapy for me, because y'all did, that was a big time in my life.
We still doing the damn thing. So.
Hey,
Yeah.
Meech. All right, y'all. I don't know what the fuck happened to the computer. But all right, y'all.
Man.
I appreciate
Thank you, bro. We gonna
I'm
talk.
dead ass. Get a flight, man.
dead
Just
ass,
knock
too.
it out. But we can plan. We can plan it if you want. It ain't like this is the only time. But if you want to get action, because I'm about rapid action. So if you want to do it now, if you want to plan whatever, but the cameras is there. Also, find a script, bro. I know you got a script for me. I'm nice.
Ooh.
So if you got a
I
script
got an
that you
idea.
want
I
to
know
star
my
in,
brothers right now, my brother's on here. We've had an idea that we've been kicking around for a minute. I actually got a guy writing a screenplay actually right now.
tell him to write the script 70 pages so we can shoot it.
I'm
We ain't
writing
gotta
a
talk.
screenplay.
Listen. If you have 70 pages tomorrow, I can start prepping it. That's how real it is.
All right, we definitely.
I can't. I don't think I could lose. You know, too much history, too much talent, too easy.
Copy.
Trust me.
Thanks.
Dame Dash, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
on the Godcast.